Well, a good day to you. Welcome to another Listen to the Missus podcast from the studios of WSGW Radio in Saginaw, Michigan. I'm Art Lewis.
I'm Ann Williams.
And we're going to talk all kinds of things today in advance of the Christmas holiday. We've got all kinds of things to talk about, and Ann doesn't know it yet, but she's going to take a test.
I am. Okay. I didn't study.
Oh, well, this should be pretty easy for you.
Okay.
Let's get it out of the way so that you can worry about the rest of the show. This is a test about foods around the world. Mm-hmm. Now, I guarantee the first one is easy and you will know it. They don't get easier after that, though. And I don't know if I'm going to pronounce them all right, but I will try. And I do have some explanations of what some of them are. So let us begin with, is it Coquille Saint-Jacques? Mm-hmm. That's correct? I said it right?
Pretty close, yeah. It's Coquille Saint-Jacques.
Coquille Saint-Jacques. Mm-hmm. What is it?
It's, I believe, shrimp. It's a seafood dish in cream sauce.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of baked in a little casserole dish.
And the question, all of these questions will be what country?
Okay.
What would you think about that?
That one is French,
yeah,
I know.
I told you the first one would be easy for you. All right. How about chilies in Nogada?
Don't know that one.
Mexico.
Sounds Mexico. Well, yeah.
You got it.
What is it,
we'll
though?
give it to you.
Do we know what it is?
It's poblano chilies in a sauce. It looks like a white cream thing.
Okay.
This one you might get. Feast of the Seven Fishes.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. I think it's, is it Spanish?
No.
Eastern?
No.
I don't know.
Boot.
What?
A boot. Think of a country that's
Canadian.
No, a boot shaped like a boot. Country shaped.
Italy.
Yeah,
Italy.
there you go.
Okay. I thought you were.
We'll just keep
you were mocking the Canadian accent.
No. Yeah, no, I don't have to do that. Let's see. Hayegas. It's a leaf-wrapped meat and vegetable thing.
That I don't know.
Venezuela.
Okay.
These are all supposedly Christmas foods. Soluski.
No, don't know that one.
Fish appetizers from Russia.
Okay.
Chela de Natal.
No.
It's turkey from Brazil. It's a special turkey they make. Let's see. Sucer torte. It's a chocolate sponge cake with apricot jam.
Okay.
Austria.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. You can order those.
You can buy those,
online,
right? Austria, yeah. Mm-hmm. Dolce Wat in Terra. You won't get this one. I wouldn't look at it. Went really. It's a spicy meat stew from Ethiopia. Chicken bones candy.
Chicken bones candy? I don't know.
Now I can say a boot.
Okay, that is Canadian.
Yeah.
All right.
Viteltenie. It's a veal in a sour vegetable sauce from Argentina. You'll get this one.
Okay.
Stollen.
German.
Yeah.
Okay.
Told you some were easier.
We've
than
heard
others.
of that, yeah.
Yeah, we've heard of that. Let's do one more. Minced pie.
That's very British. N'est-ce
Yeah,
pas?
see?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll let you end on a good one.
Yes.
There you go. Foods from around the world.
God, I'm not very educated in that area.
I'm not either. I looked at them. I mean, the only reason I know them is because I wrote them down. Because I looked at them.
Okay. Well, speaking of holiday foods, there are a few things that we should all keep in mind if we have pets.
Oh, yes.
And, because there's lots of extra food around and they smell it and they want it. So you should really be careful about what kinds of things that you let them have. This information is from the ASPCA, and they say you should stick to your pet's regular diet during the holidays. Don't just give them leftovers and turkey skin and all that kind of stuff. Make sure they're eating their regular food. Turkey skin, it says, can cause pancreatitis in dogs.
Yeah, gotta avoid skin.
Bones can puncture, of course, their digestive tract, and undercooked turkey can cause salmonella.
Well, that's just like humans.
Yeah, just like humans. Speaking of salmonella, it says, be sure to wash your hands before you touch your animal. Many animals get food poisoning when they're fed or petted by someone who's handled raw poultry.
Oh, how many times would you think of that's an interesting comment.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Because they'll lick your hands the minute you put down. You know.
Right.
That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm. Watch the spices. Onions and garlic contain a compound called thiosulfate, which is toxic to pets.
Mm-hmm.
And sage and many other herbs contain oils that can depress an animal's central nervous system.
Yeah.
So be careful.
Yeah.
Secure the trash. This is a really good reminder. Many emergencies happen the day after Thanksgiving when animal smells goodies in the trash can. And
In they go.
they try to go. And so be sure you double bag your trash and place it in a secure container where they can't get to it.
Good tips.
Mm-hmm.
Good tips. Here's some other Christmas stuff. Why were candy canes invented?
Oh, I remember hearing a story about that, but I forgot it.
Keep kids quiet.
Oh. I don't think that was the story I heard, but
Well,
it works.
apparently, according to this particular article, this was from, where did I get this? Delish, I think. Legend has it candy canes were invented in 1670 when the choir master of the Cologne Cathedral commissioned candies shaped like a shepherd's crook so they'd be handed out to children attending the church's creche scene in order to keep them quiet. The stripes came later. Sugar plums have absolutely nothing to do with plums. Gee, what a surprise. Here we go. An original Christmas treat, one of my favorites, animal crackers.
Oh, yeah.
They were invented around Christmas time in 1902. And do you know why they put a string on the box? Because of the major brand, Briscoe
Right.
Animal Crackers, originally intended to be used to hang the boxes on Christmas trees.
Oh, I thought it was to
As
carry it
ornaments.
around.
Well, I did too as a kid. That's
Yeah.
what I did with them.
Me too.
This one, fruitcake. Fruitcake was intended to last all year. I'm not going to say any more than that. Everybody knows how I feel about fruitcake. Mince pie was originally topped with a Jesus effigy.
Really?
The earliest mince pies date back to medieval times, if not earlier. Turkey was not the main dish at medieval Christmas festivals. Nope. Another type of poultry was, apparently. Peacock.
Probably goose or something.
Peacock and boar. And Australians do something unusual on Christmas that we don't most of the time.
What's that?
They grill. It's
Well,
their
it's
summer.
warm there, yeah. Yeah. I don't blame them. Put the
And
few shrimp on the Barbie.
This is the last one I'm going to tell you, friends, and you're not going to want to hear this. Do you know Christmas dinner usually contains over 7,000 calories?
I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised.
Between, and catch this now, what it says is between the wine, the mixed nuts, the multiple helpings of turkey and sides, pie, cheese, and booze, the eating and drinking done during Christmas Day alone can add up to more than 7,000 calories per person. That's according to a study.
That's like 3 days worth of food.
Yeah.
That's 3 days worth of calories.
Is there any wonder why we gain weight at the holidays?
Wow.
So there you go.
Well, I have something here that it's a list of what the trending searches were on Google for recipes this past year.
Oh.
What kind of recipes people were looking up. Mm-hmm. And the number one on the list, and you'd be surprised probably. Any thoughts about it? What it might be? It's a comfort food.
Number one
Familiar
on the list.
comfort food.
Number one on the list
Give
of
you a hint.
recipes. Some kinds of burger.
No, shepherd's pie.
Really?
Yeah, that was number one.
No kidding. I mean, for me, there's mashed potatoes and ground beef.
Right,
and
it's pretty
you
easy.
know.
But people were looking up how to do it.
No kidding. That's surprising.
The second on the list was chicken parmigiana. And then a ham glaze recipe, which is interesting.
Yeah, those are popular.
Charosette. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's a sweet, dark-colored paste made of fruits and nuts eaten at Passover Seder.
Oh, Well, I've had it. I didn't know what it was.
Okay, didn't know what it was.
Well, I'd forgotten all those names over the years.
Yeah, that was number 5 on the list that people were looking at. Number 4, rather. Then the Snickerdoodle cookies were next. Then chaffle, and I don't know what chaffle is. I forgot to look it up. Chicken cacciatore. Mm-hmm. Popeye's chicken sandwich. People were, that was trying to make it at home.
Yeah.
Tater tot casserole and the king cake from the New Orleans or the Mardi Gras celebration.
You mentioned the chicken thing from Popeye's. McDonald's is adding 2 chicken sandwiches to their all-day breakfast menu. Now, they used to have...
They had a biscuit, didn't
they?
They
had a chicken biscuit at one time, which was just a breast.
Yeah.
A deep-fried breast. It was breaded, deep-fried, and it was on a bun. Mm-hmm. They had that. Well, apparently, some leaked documents said the 2 new breakfast sandwiches will be hitting menus in January. And let's see what we have here. Doesn't say what they are yet. McChicken McMuffin.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And apparently Chicken McGriddle. So we'll see. We'll watch for those and see what happens. And one other thing about Christmas and holiday eating and calories, Walmart isn't going to let you off the hook. They're selling a 1.5-pound peppermint cream pie.
Them and their sister company, Sam's Club, are known for the giant
things,
items that they sell.
And their competition, Costco. They all seem to get into that. Let's see how big we can make it game.
Well, I have something here that really is a good. It really kind of convinces you the importance of hand washing. There was an elementary school in Idaho that did a science experiment with related to hand washing. The way they did it was they took some slices of bread out of an open package, bread slices, okay? They left one slice untouched, and then the next one they touched it with washed hands. They touched one with unwashed hands. They touched one with a hand that had been, hand sanitizer had been used on it. And then they took the last slice of bread and they rubbed it all over the Chromebooks, the computers in the classroom. And they took each of those slices and they put them in a Ziploc bag and they left them for about 3 or 4 weeks. And at the end of that 3 or 4 weeks, most of the bread slices had mold on them, quite a bit of mold, especially the one that had been touched with the unwashed hands.
Oh, no kidding.
The only 2 slices that did not show any mold growth were the untouched slice, where nobody had touched it, and the slice that had been washed with soap and water, the hand that had been washed with soap and water. All the other slices,
boy, what does that tell
the
you?
hand sanitizer had a little patch, because I saw the photos, had a little patch of mold on it. The Chromebooks were horrible. They took any kind of computer. They said normally they sanitized their Chromebooks at the school, but for this experiment they didn't. And they took the bread slice and rubbed it all over them, and that was just covered with nastiness. So anyway, it was they said since they did this experiment, the kids, they were grossed out by it, so they're all washing their hands diligently now.
That's good.
And they did this, just before flu season, as flu season was heating up, to kind of teach the kids how important it was.
What a great way to do it.
And they learned.
Yeah, great.
But I tell you, if you saw a photo of those bread slices, you'd be shocked.
Prefer not to. I'll imagine it. One other new product before we get a recipe from Ann, but Starbucks apparently has a new creamer that you buy in the stores, bottled creamer, called Toffee Nut.
Oh.
Toffee Nut Latte Creamer. And I read one article from Delish about it, and they absolutely loved it. There are other creamers: caramel macchiato, white chocolate mocha, cinnamon dolce latte, and now toffee nut latte.
So you can buy that in the stores, you're saying?
You buy it in the stores,
okay.
Yeah, it's bottled creamer. I think here in the radio station in the refrigerator, somebody's got a bottle of Starbucks creamer in there, and different flavor, Okay. So there you go. You got a recipe for us.
Yeah, I took this from our cookbook number 5, if anybody out there has that. And this one just caught my eye. It's a dessert recipe. Be good for the holidays. It's called Mixed Up Brownie Delight. And it calls for a cup of butter or margarine, 2 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, a half cup of chopped walnuts, a half cup of milk chocolate chips, an 1/8 cup of smooth peanut butter, 4 ounces of unsweetened chocolate, 4 eggs, 1½ cups of sifted flour, 1/2 cup of white chocolate chips, 12 ounces of caramels, and a half cup of evaporated milk. You're going to first melt the butter and the unsweetened chocolate together. Take it off the heat, stir in the sugar. Then you're going to add in the eggs one at a time, and then the vanilla. Stir in the flour at that point, mix it well. Then you want to pour half of that mixture into a greased 9 by 13 inch pan. You bake it at 350 for about 6 minutes. While that's baking, you want to melt those caramels and the peanut butter together with the evaporated milk. Stir that up till it's nice and smooth. And then when the brownies come out of the oven, you pour that mixture over. Sprinkle those chocolate chips then and the nuts on top. Pour the rest of the brownie batter on top of that. And then bake the whole thing again at 350 for another 15 minutes. Let it cool, cut into squares, and you've got some gooey, yummy, chocolatey deliciousness.
Gooey, yummy. You love that. As always, if you have any questions for us, Ann, how do they get a hold of us?
Well, you can reach us through our Facebook page. Just look for Listen to the Mrs. Facebook page. You can go on the WSGW.com website and find the Listen to the Mrs. page. Or you can email us. My email address is ann@WSGW.com.
Mine is Art Lewis, all one word, ARTLEWIS, @WSGW.com. Now, next week, of course, Christmas falls on Wednesday, so we will probably talk to you right after Christmas.
But we are doing a live show for those who want to listen.
We will be doing a live show on the 24th from 10 to 11, and we will put that up as a podcast. Should also tell you, if you are listening to WSGW on Christmas Eve at 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time, the Bishop of the Saginaw Diocese of the Catholic Church, Bishop Gruss, will be with us. It's a tradition. We've had the Catholic bishop on, whoever it was, over the years, and he will be continuing that tradition with us. And then the Listen to the Mrs. special. And then there's all kinds of music programming in the afternoon, our Saginaw Eddie Band concert at noon, the Valley Lutheran group at 2, and Mannheim Steamroller Christmas after that. So the holidays are here.
Yeah.
But we'll talk to you on Christmas Eve. So till then, I'm Art Lewis.
I'm Ann Williams.
And thanks for being with us on this edition of our Listen to the Mrs. podcast.